Hey everyone, welcome back. In the previous part, I have shown you how you can create the registration form. So this is the registration form. I have made some changes like now you can see a frame here, right? And you can also see already have an account, so login, right? So once we'll click on this login, we'll be redirected to this login page, right? Once we'll click on this sign up, we'll be redirected to this sign up page, right? And then we can log in. So if you are not entering any details and directly try to log in, it says please fill in both fields, right? So I'll enter the email and the password here. If I'm entering anything wrong, then it says incorrect email or password, right? So if I'm entering correct email and the correct password and try to log in, it says incorrect email or password. So I think I don't remember the exact email and the password, so I can just simply sign up. So I'll just enter a name, email, the password. I agree to the terms. I'll just sign up. So registration is successful. Once registration is successful, now you can go to login and just enter the email and the password, the same email and the password that you have used for registration, right? Now you can click on login and it says welcome Faizan, right? Later on, I'll show you how you can link this login page to an app. So once you'll click on this login button, you will be redirected to that particular app. Okay. So let's see how we can do modifications firstly in the registration form. So we'll be adding a frame, right? Then we'll add this text here, or maybe firstly we'll add this text and later on we'll add this frame, okay? And then we'll see the logic, how we can move from this page to this page and this page to this page. I hope you are clear with this. Let's get started. So this is my registration form code that we have completed in our last video. Okay, so this registration form is successfully working. Now let's add the text just below this button, that if you already have an account, then we can simply log in, right? So just below this sign up button, I'll create a button using the CTK button class. This button will be inside my window. Then the text on this button will be already have an account, login, like this. Okay, and then I'll name this button as login button, and then I'll just simply pack it. So login button dot pack. Okay, and then I'll provide pad y equals to 10 from the top and 20 from the bottom. Let's see. Okay, this is going a bit down, so we'll just remove the bottom padding from here. So from the top I'll give 20, but from bottom let's just keep it to 0. Yeah, already have an account, login. Okay, now we need to remove this button look. It should be in the form of a text, right? So we'll firstly make the button color, which is the FG color, as transparent, like this. Okay, then when I'm hovering on it, I'm able to see it, so I'll just make the hover value as false. Okay, so now you have created a button here, already have an account, login, right? So we can pass a command to this. So command equals to login form. Okay, this is a function that we need to define. So whenever you'll click on this button, this function will be called login form. Okay, so I'll define this function at the top. Def login form, and here I'll just start by printing hello. So once you'll click on this login button or this complete text, you'll see hello, hello, right? So whenever you'll click on it, it will print hello. I hope you understood this, right? So before adding the functionality to this login form, let's do one more change that will keep everything inside a frame. Okay, so after the CTK switch that we have created, this theme switch, right? After this, I'm gonna create a frame. Okay, so you know how frame is created. So it is created using CTK frame class. Okay, and this frame will be inside my window, and I'll name it as sign up frame. Then this sign up frame will be packed simply. Okay, I hope you are getting this. So why I'm creating a sign up frame? So that I can keep everything like this image label, right? This name entry, email entry, password entry, term checkbox, sign up button, login button, all this inside that frame. Okay, so after creating the sign up frame, now wherever you have written window, wherever you have passed window, you just need to replace it with sign up frame. So just place multiple cursors using mouse left button and alt key. You can just pass a sign up frame here like this. Now once you run it, you see now everything, all these widgets are inside a frame. Okay, now we'll fill this frame completely on to the x and the y axis. So I'll go to the sign up frame pack method. Here I'll mention fill equals to both like this. Now you see that this is filled, right? And if we maximize it, this is not getting expanded completely onto this window, right? So next thing we'll mention expand equals to true like this. So now once you maximize it, you see the frame is completely onto this window, right? Then we'll add some paddocks so that you can see some spacing from the left and the right side. So I'll mention paddocks equals to 20. Okay, like this. And similarly pad y for vertical spacing. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this. Okay, and we'll also move this light and dark theme a bit on the left. So here instead of pad y equals to 10, after pad y equals to 10, we'll mention pad x equals to 20. Oh, okay, pad x value is already there. So we'll do it like this. Pad y is 10 and pad x is 20. Okay. So I have tried to make it a bit responsive. I hope this is clear. Now let's come back to the functionality of this login form. So once we'll click on the login button, right, what we want we want our sign up frame to get closed, right? So to do that, we'll use this pack forget method. Okay, now once I run this, and as soon as I'll click on this, uh, we are not able to see already have an account login button, right? So what we'll do, we'll just increase the window height. So here it's 480, right? Let's make it 520. Okay, now this is fine. So once you'll click on this, you can see the sign up frame is removed, right? So we have just forgot the pack forgot will remove the sign up frame. So once the sign up frame is removed, next thing is we need to add a login frame, right? But that login frame is not yet created, so we'll just mention here login frame dot pack. Okay, so once we'll click on the login button, this function code will execute. Firstly, the sign up frame will be removed, and then login frame will simply be added. Okay, and whatever will be inside the login frame, that we will be seeing. Okay, so let's create a login frame. So what we will be doing, we have created a window, right? We have created this theme switch, then this sign up frame, and then we have added this logo label, then this name entry, email entry, password entry, this terms checkbox, the sign up button, this login button, everything inside the sign up frame, right? Now after this, what I'll do, I'll create a login frame. Okay, and the frame is created using CTK frame class. This frame will be inside my window. Okay, and then I'll simply pack it. So login frame dot pack. If we run it, so this frame is somewhere here. Okay, when we are running it, it's here. If you want to see it, you can just remove the pad y from here, and now if I run it again, you see we are getting a frame here, right? But this frame should only be visible when we'll click on this login, right? Like this. So what we will do, we'll not pack it here, otherwise this frame will be visible to you. I hope you are getting me what I'm trying to say. So I'll just mention the pad y again, and I'll just remove this. Okay, so we are just creating the frame, but we are not positioning it right now. We are going to position it inside this login frame. So when you will click on the button, then only pack will be used. And here also we'll mention side as both. We'll expand it to true. Okay, and then we'll mention pad x equals to 20 and pad y equals to 20, same as the sign up frame. So now once you'll click on it, now once I click on this login, uh, I'm getting error here. Both bad side both must be top, bottom, left. Okay, I made a mistake here. It shouldn't be side, it should be fill both, right? Yeah, so now once I click on login, you see we are seeing a frame, right? So what we are going to do now, let's, after creating this frame, now let's add things inside this frame, right? And what things we have to add, let me show you the original one. So if we go to login, we can see this logo image, then this email entry, then this password entry, then this login button, and then this don't have an account and sign up, right? So just after this login frame, I'll create a logo label login. Okay, and this will be created using CTK label class. Now this label will be inside my login frame, right? So I'll pass login frame here. Okay, then I'll remove the text, so I'll keep the text as empty, and I'll add the image. So the image will be logo image, right? So this is that image that I'm going to use, logo image, right? Here we have created the object, if you remember, right? That we have added on this logo label, right? And that same image I'm adding on this logo label login. If you want, you can change the images. Okay, if you want to change the images, then you will have to use the same code. Okay, and in that way, on the login page you will see different images. Okay, make sure you add the other two images here. I hope you are getting me. Okay, so uh, I'll just pack this logo label login dot pack. Okay, if I'm running it, I won't be able to see it now. Why? Because this frame is not packed yet. Okay, once this frame is packed, then only we will be able to see it. Okay, and the frame will be packed only when I will click on this login button, right? So now you can see it. Okay, so I'll add pad y here, pad y equals to 20. Okay, so the same padding that I have used here, if you see, I've used pad y 20. So here also I'm using pad y 20. Okay, just after this we need to create the email entry and the password entry. So I can copy these two from here, and I'll paste here. I'll rename this to login email entry and login password entry, like this. Okay, everything else will remain same. Now I'm not able to see it. Why? Because here it's mentioned sign up frame, right? Instead of sign up frame, now this will be the login frame. If you have to see on the login frame. Okay, so email and password we got. After email and password, then we need the login button, right? So login button will be created in the same way, just like we have created sign up button. So I'll just copy it and we'll paste here. So this will change to login. Okay, and the command I'll change here to login. Okay, we also need to define this command. So for now I'll just, at the top I'll go and I'll just write def login, and I'll just pass for now. Okay, I'll come to the functionality part later on. Now once I click on it, you see we are getting it like this. Okay, again we are not seeing the button because here it's sign up frame instead of login frame. Login frame, like this. Okay, and just below it we want this text: don't have an account, sign up, right? So you see, the this is just the text and this is the button. Okay, but in our project what we have done, we have made the complete thing as a button. Okay, so it's up to you how you want to do it. This time let me show you how you can do it in this way. So I'll firstly create a frame here which will be login footer, and this will be created using frame class, right? This will be inside my login frame, and then I'll just pack it, login footer dot pack. Now inside this login footer I will be adding the label and the sign up button, right? So a new user label equals to ctk label. This will be inside my login footer, login footer and then the text will be don't have an account, right? So if you have to write don't like this, then you have to use double quotes outside, right? So don't have an account text like this, and then I'll just pack it, but I'll mention the side as left, so it will be packed on the left. Okay, and just next to it we'll pack a button, right? So I can copy the button from here. I'll just paste the button here. Okay, and here also I'll mention the side as left. Okay, so just next to this label, this sign up button will appear. Okay, let's see. It's not coming like that. We have to change this login frame to login footer. Okay, so I'm getting it like this. So what I'll do, I can add pad y here. Pad y equals to 10 from the top and 20 from the bottom. So you'll have some spacing from the top and from the bottom, right? Then I'll just remove the width. I'll set it to 0. Okay, next thing, I'll just remove the button color. So I'll pass fg color to transparent like this. Okay, then I'll also remove the hover. So hover equals to false. Okay, let's minimize this so you can see the code completely. Okay, I hope this is clear. So now this is the text and this is the button. So let's make the button as underlined. So I'll just provide the font to it. Style will be Arial, then some size for the button text, and then I'll make it underline. Okay, don't have an account, login. Or let's make it to 15. Yeah, now this is better, right? And we'll also change the color, text color. Okay, so text is this, then after this we can mention text color. Even you can mention it at the end. So this is the text color. Now let's run. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. I'll also change the background color, I mean the color of the frame, so that it matches that of the sign up sorry, login frame, right? So here we have our frame. I'll make the fg color as transparent. Okay, don't have an account, login, right? And now when I'm clicking on this login button, nothing is happening because we have not added any functionality, right? And then you see here we have sign up button, here we also have a sign up button. So there will be a confusion. So what we'll do, we'll just rename this to sign up link. Okay, and this is the sign up button. Then we also have a sign up button here. So what I'll do, oh actually this is not a sign up button, but this has to be a login button, right? Inside the login frame. Let's run and see. Okay, I hope this is clear. So once I'll click on this login button, I should see the sign up page again, right? So I'll just pass a command here. Command equals to sign up form. Okay, uh, can move this content on a new line. Okay, so let's define this function at the top. Just like we have created this login form, in the same way we'll define sign up form. So in this case we will be removing this login frame, right, and we will be packing this sign up frame again, right? So write login frame dot pack forget. So this will remove the login frame, and then we'll just pack this sign up frame like this, and we'll mention fill both expand true pad x and pad y values like this. Now let's run and see. Command, okay, it's repeated. So here you see the command is already passed, so I'll just remove this one. Okay. This is the sign up link, right? But the text here is login, so it should be sign up. Don't have an account, so sign up, right? So we are seeing this back. Now once we click on login, we are seeing this login. Okay, you can make this same as this one. Okay, so if you want, I can just simply copy this much of code from here and go to this or this one, right? I'll just paste here. This I'll replace to sign up footer, and this will be inside my sign up frame. Then this new user label will be already have an account, right? So this name can be changed to already label, and this will become sign up footer. Okay, similarly this will also become sign up footer. The text here will change to login. Everything else will remain as it is. Instead of sign up form, this will be login form without parentheses. Let's see. So already have an account, login. Don't have an account, sign up. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, it's working perfectly fine. But once we are going on the login page, the window size should decrease. And also you see the title is not changing. So when I'm going to login page, the title should change to login form, right? So when we are going to the login form, here is our function, right? So we'll change two things. Firstly, the title. So I'll write window dot title. So the title will be changed to login form. Okay, and then I'll also change the window size in the login form. So what is the window size that I have taken in the sign up page? 420, 520, 100 and 100. So I'll just copy this. I'll paste here. Okay, I'll reduce the height to 430. Let's see. Yeah, but once I clicked on it, the window size is still the same, right? Once I clicked on the sign up form, the window size is still this one, right? So what we have to do, we will just copy this line and paste it here in the sign up form, right? And we'll change it back to the original one, 420 cross 520. So here you see, notice this thing, sign up form. Now once I click on login, it says login form, right? And this is our login page. Once I click on sign up, I'm going back to sign up page, but this title is not changed to sign up form. So again, I'll copy this line and I'll paste here. This will become sign up form. So I hope you understood how this is created, how you have to link your registration page with the login page, right? Now let's work on the functionality of this login button. Okay, so if the fields are empty, then it should show us that all fields are required, and if the email or the password is incorrect, then it should show that the information is incorrect. But if it's correct, then we should be able to log in. We should see a success message box. So I'll come to this login button functionality. I'll firstly just print hello. So once you are on the login page and you will click on this login button, you'll see hello getting printed, right? So firstly, I'll check whether the fields are empty or not. So I'll write if login email entry dot get equals to null, or uh, login password entry dot get equals to null. Okay, it means that if any one or both of them are null, then this condition will become true. In that case, I'll display a message box that fields cannot be empty. So the message box we have already written here. You can also apply the condition in this fashion. That will also work. So now if I run this, go to login. Now if I click on this login, it says please fill all fields, right? So I'll just store this value in a variable because I'll be requiring this value. So I'll store it in some variable like login email. Okay. Similarly, this inside login password. Okay. Then I can directly use these variables here if login email equals to null or login password equals to null. Okay. One way of writing this condition is this, or you can write in this way: if not login email or not login password. Okay, let me just show you. If not login email or not login password. So if any one or both are empty, in that case we'll see the message box that please fill all fields. I hope this is clear. So now what we have to do, we have to match this email and this password with the email and the password that is there in the Excel file, right? And you know, in the Excel file, you have the encrypted password, right? So firstly, we'll make this password also as encrypted, then only we will compare. Okay. So we will be writing here hashlib dot sha256, and here we'll take this login password and we'll encode it, and then we are using this so that our password can be in a readable format. Okay, now we'll store it inside hashed login password variable. Okay, always try to give meaningful variable names so that it's easy for you to understand the code later on. So you got the hash login password, right? Now we have to open the Excel file, right? So we'll use this load workbook, and here we'll pass the Excel file name. So this will simply open the workbook and we'll name it WB. Then we'll activate the worksheet. So I'll write wb.active, and this is the worksheet. Okay, now we will iterate over the rows of the worksheet. So I'll write here for row in ws.iter rows, and here we will be mentioning minimum row. So we'll start from row 2 because at row 1 we already have the headers, and then we are only interested in the values, so values only will be true, like this. And we can print this row variable, so you will understand what we are getting here. Let's run and see. So if I'm entering the email and we are entering the password and saying login, you see what we are getting. We are getting all the rows, right? So row variable is simply containing a tuple, right? Now we have to match what? Match this email with this login email, and this password with this hash login password, right? So how will we match it? We'll write if row at index 1. So this is simply referring to the email, right? So if this is equals to login email, the email that the user is typing on the entry field, right? And row at index 2, so this is referring to the password, right? So if this is equals to hashed login password. Okay, so if these two match, then we can just simply display a message box and we can show info. Title will be success and the message will be login is successful. Okay, and then we can simply close the workbook and then we can return from it. And what if this for loop is over and this condition is never true? Okay, in that case we can just simply close the workbook and we can display the message box and we can show error. Title will be error and the message will be incorrect email or password. I hope you are getting this. So after iterating all the rows of the worksheet, suppose all these are iterated one by one, okay, but the username, I mean the email and the password doesn't match. In that case, this if condition will never be true. Okay, we will not be going inside this block, right? So we'll just simply come out of this for loop, and once we are out of this for loop, we will close the workbook and we'll show this message box. Let's see. So I'll just go to login. So I'll enter the email here, which I have already registered, and the password. Let me enter the wrong password. It says incorrect email or password. Now let me enter the correct password. Still it says incorrect email or password. So once I enter the correct email and the password, it says login as successful. Okay. Now how to link your app once the login is successful? How to open your app? Okay. So once the login is successful, what you can do is you can just paste your app code in this folder Python file. So I have copied one Python project file. I'll just paste here. Okay, uh, it has some external modules, so I'll just quickly install them. So once that is installed, Now there's no error. So after the login is successful and after the workbook is closed, then I'll just close our window. So I'll write window dot close, destroy. This will close the window, and then I'll just import this main file, okay, where we have the code, and let me run and show you. So I'll just log in. Login is successful, and now you are redirected to your app enroll for skill up training program, right? You can fill up these details and you can click on submit enrollment, so all these details will be saved in the Excel file. So in the next video you will learn how to build this one. Okay, I hope you understood everything till here. If you have any doubts, let me know in the comment section. If you have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section. If you want me to complete your task or you have any project that you want me to do it, uh, you can check out my contact details in the description. So thank you for watching and see you in the next project.